Hi everybody, it's James. Back again. This is my third week here, and I am loving it. Today I kind of want to talk about video games. I'm sorry for non-video game people out there, but it's one of my interests, one thing that I really love to do. So it's really hard for me not to talk about it, especially because the main thing I did over the weekend was go to the video game store. So I'll start off with finding arcades in Japan is not hard at all. It's kind of the same almost in America where you can go to the local mall and they'll have like the little arcade. Um, there's a lot more to these than the American uh, counterparts, but essentially it has your good wide variety. DDR, music games, fighting games, shooter games, token games. The whole shebang. Just there's a lot more. There's a lot bigger here, and for fighting game enthusiasts, they do definitely have a lot of the updated games. Tekken Tag 2 Tournament 2 and Blaze Blue was at the one at the Hachinohe Mall, one of the Hachinohe malls. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for, which is the Street Fighter 4 console. But I haven't seen them all. I haven't checked them out yet, so I'm still searching. Don't worry. Finding video games, though, was pretty hard at first. I didn't really know where to look. I was hoping, GameStop is pretty easy to find. I mean, you go to any corner and you'll probably find one. It says right there in big bold letters, GameStop. But, it's not as easy, I'd say, in Japan as it is in the States. But definitely once you find the spot, then you're set. I started off with a place called Joy M. It's a CD store, mainly, a CD DVD. And they have a little small gaming section. It's like half electronics, half printed art materials, so like manga, magazines, and everything like that. And their section kind of reminded me of FYE in American malls, a kind of all-around electronics store where they have DVDs, CDs, a little bit of video games, a little bit of something else, maybe like some toys or trinkets or memorabilia from like certain movies or whatever. Kind of the same thing, but more just printed and electronic. I started there. They have a little bit of selection, same as kind of almost FYE. I felt I didn't really want to buy anything there. I was looking for a 3DS. Because the recent E3 announcement kind of got me excited to kind of get on the 3DS train finally, which I was kind of avoiding for a while because it wasn't too many games that I really wanted on there, and I'm not a 3D fan at all. I hate 3D movies, to be honest, unless they just really just blow my mind, but I really haven't seen anything that just makes me jump for joy or go crazy. So I was kind of hesitant at first, but they've got some really good games out now for the 3DS, I'd say, and there's more to come. And I really want the PS Vita because Persona 4 Golden is on it, and that's Persona 4 is my favorite game of all time so far. So when that was announced and it was on the Vita, I want it so bad, but I really just don't want to drop all that money just for one game because that's probably all I would use that console for. But I found this other place called Geo on accident. I was looking for it on my Google Maps, but I felt like it was too far, but I kind of got lost in Japan and ended up running into it, which was perfect. The one I go to is a two-story building. It's amazing. The first floor is all electronics, second floor is all printed. So you go upstairs and there's manga rentals. You can rent manga at this store. Alright, I'm sure you can buy it too, I'm not really sure. But you can rent manga from that store. And I thought that was a great idea because if any of you have ever bought manga, whatever you like to call it, I don't know, whatever. Manga from a American bookstore, they're usually about $10. And $10 for maybe about an hour or two of entertainment, and you can, especially if it's a really good really good volume, you can burn through it in an hour no problem, and it's really not worth it for $10 because when a series has, I saw One Piece at like 79 or something like that. 79 times 10, $790 for one series. And if you like multiple series, then there you go. That's a lot of money. So renting I thought was really cool. I'm not really sure how much. I'm still kind of skeptical on that, and I don't really want to rent right now because I'm kind of using them for more translation purposes, and I'm actually writing in them because I'm trying to translate everything. But later on, I feel like I really will because they have a lot. Oh my god, this obviously, I mean, it's Japan, but wow. But the video game section there was really good, like you'd find in GameStop or something. Had a lot of Chuko used games and consoles, and I ended up getting actually a used 3DS LL. It's the larger version, and it's wonderful. I'm playing Fire Emblem right now. Um, Strangely enough, a lot of so far with Japanese electronics, I've bought a Japanese phone, and then I've bought the 3DS LL. The phone came with a charging cord, but not the actual cord that plugged into the wall. So I was like, okay, whatever, I have my iPhone stuff from the States, I can use that just fine, boom, whatever. The 3DS LL, I don't know if it was because I bought it used, but it didn't come with any charging thing whatsoever. So I had to go back. It was only about $8 for the charger, but I mean, it's just kind of weird just not having it at all. So I was like, oh man, I can't even play this game because I'm gonna, waste all the batteries in the first day. But 3DS or DS systems are usually really good for battery. But the 3DS LL that I bought was about 15,000 yen, so $150. Games are pretty well priced. I mean, they're DS games, so they're not too crazy. I went to pre-order Digimon Redigitized Decode. It's a Japan-only game, and I was looking at the trailer. Somebody posted it on Facebook, and I kind of glanced over and watched it, and I thought it looked great and everything. And I didn't think anything of it until I actually saw that they were doing pre-orders for it. And the way they do pre-orders, at least in Geo, you take a little slip that they have. You fill out your name and furigana, and if you kanji, if you actually if you had a Japanese name, like I did mine in hiragana and katakana because I didn't really know what else they wanted from me. I screwed everything up really. I don't really understand the prefixes for my phone yet because I use a couple different ones because of different apps I'm using, Japanese equivalent, country code, on base, everything like that just kind of messed me all up. So I ended up missing a number for them, and they're trying to tell me, but no one there really spoke good English like I'm used to. So we eventually ended up in a complete just clueless state, both of us, because once we got the number figured out, that I missed one of the numbers, and there's a question on there, and I forgot about it. I saw it on the little thing that tells you how to fill it out, but I forgot. And I went back, or when I went up there, they were kind of asking me, and I don't know if I'm deaf, or I think they may be nervous at the same time. They're speaking really fast, so I can't understand them, but they're speaking really soft, and I can't understand what they're saying in general, so I can't even try to decipher what they're asking me. But there was this question on there, and thankfully, I knew my kanji enough to where I could put in the one of the ways to say it when they the onyomi for it, and it was actually asking me if I wanted to be contacted, when the game comes in and everything. And I was really glad that I was able to at least figure that out. But I definitely had to use Google Translate. That was the only way we could figure that out because he couldn't tell me, and I didn't understand what the question was saying because I didn't understand enough of the kanji to figure out what the question was asking. But that was pretty fun. Finally got it though. Got it all sorted out. Got that through. Hoping to go to Tokyo Game Show this year. It's in September, and that's definitely one of the things. It's kind of almost the Comic-Con of Japan, I'd say. But there's a couple of different things you gotta make sure. Like, I got a 3DS LL here, or a 3DS here, because 3DS games are region locked. DS games aren't, or the 3DS itself, I believe, is the region locked. DS games aren't, 3DS games are, or at least the 3DS is, so you have to, in order to play Japanese games, you need a Japanese 3DS, and they're kind of different all the way through. PlayStation pretty much seemed to be across the board just fine. Nintendo kind of seems to have a lot of this stuff region locked. Oh, there's only one game that's region locked for PlayStation, by the way, and that's Persona 4 region. Just tidbit there. And then of course I'm finding games that that America doesn't have. I really want to try to get Bravely Default next. It's a Square Enix game. It looks like a Final Fantasy-esque, maybe, the remakes they've been doing for, like, Final Fantasy 4 or 5, stuff like that. It kind of looks like that, and so I'm kind of into that, but I'm using Fire Emblem right now to kind of figure out how use it for translation, trying to figure out some kanji and learn how to play the game and learn how to read sentences and all that jazz. But, yeah, it definitely took a lot of work to get into finding what I needed, but I don't have my stuff yet, and so that's why my webcam or my video is not that great, because I'm using the one on my laptop. It's I have a webcam and old desktop that is on the way, but it's still not here. So for now, please work with me, and yeah, but yeah, I'm finally getting back into my video game craze. I'm excited. All the E3 trailers blew my mind. Like, it was, everything was great. So I'm really looking forward to everything, especially video game in Japan, except American games that get released there before they come over here. That makes me sad, because everybody's talking about The Last of Us, and I'm the last of us to get it, because it's not out here yet. Maybe the BX has it, I don't know, I haven't checked yet, but I don't have my PS3, so it doesn't really matter. But, thank you for tuning in this week. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, please just comment below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. See y'all later.